about a few game modes for a few maps. As always, if you go on to enjoy this video at any point, please hit that like button. It is very greatly appreciated, and turn on notifications if you're subscribed, and if not, subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a future upload. But let's start off with the Fortnite discussion. So, yes, Fortnite. We're losing the tactical SMG on, I believe, Thursday. So, everyone hold that beautiful, beautiful, beautiful gun in your prayers, because we're gonna be losing that weapon here very, very soon. So try and use it as much as you can before you can no longer use it. So, without further ado, let's jump into the World War II part. So we're gonna be starting off with Team Deathmatch, and we're gonna be starting off with one of my personal favorite maps. Oh, where is it? St. Marie. We're gonna put unlimited time and score limit though. So, I have in front of me a book of World War II tactics that I'm gonna be teaching you. You could only get this book if you bought the book separate for about $20, or if you bought it in a World War II bundle, which I bought the bundle. So, St. Marie Dumont, page 240. Alright, so there's long range, mid range, short range tactics in all of the map. We play domination, hardpoint, capture flag, search, and all the other things. But the game I play that is an objective mode, the most out of those is definitely search and destroy. I love this game mode with all my heart, so let's jump in and teach you guys a few tactics. So, we're on search and destroy of St. Marie Dumont. So there's going to be two bomb locations as always. Bomb location A is going to be near the left side of the spawn with... Sorry, let me rephrase that. It's going to be near that tower right there you just saw. Bomb B is gonna be at where they keep the ammunition, right across from the restaurant. That's where B will be. Bomb planting side will always be the back side, closer to B than A. Defending is always closer to A than B. So, either way, you guys have an advantage in this. So let's go over, since this long range area going up and down this way, you can already make sure of. Let's go over some mid to small range tactics. So when we're playing search and destroy here, we're grabbing the bomb. For attackers, if the bomb's on this side, you're gonna want to make your way all the way over here. Okay, sorry, my book's flipped upside down. There's A, that's B. You're gonna want to make your way to B. Moving this way will help you out, giving you enough time to plant the bomb, as one of your teammates can easily stand right about here and head glitch, or just stand here and get ready. Another one of your teammates can be taking position right here, holding off there. So as the bomb's going down, what you're gonna want to do is, most typical people would either lay down right here, take position here, or even lay down right here. What you're gonna want to do is take position here until the bomb's about to be planted, so when they come around you can have fast fire, melt them, make your way away, and you already got one score, as well as a couple kills. So that's one tactic. Now, on to defending. Defenders, you're gonna want to use snipers or ARs. So my choice, I chose the bar. This gun is very powerful and a very good gun. Defenders, you're gonna want to make your way to A. Yes, I said B before, but anyway, you're gonna want to make your way to A. It's further away, so they're more likely to plant. Defender number 1 is gonna want to take position about here. He's got a nice range where he can stand up and drop 1 or 2 people. Defender number 2 is gonna want to take position about here. So when they come around that corner, he can assist defender number 2. Finally, defender number 3 is gonna want to take position about here. So when they come, there's a couple kills. Defender number 2 here is gonna also have to be paying attention to defender number 3's back, so he can watch here, as well as the defender number 1. So when they go to plant here, defender number 2 is already here. If they don't see you, you can crawl up, stab the guy, if you don't want him to score those points. Or you can wait, stab him after he plants, and ninja defuse. Now there is one big tactic. If you're a sniper, you're on the defending team, you're going to want to be positioned there or there, giving you a nice line of position to snipe down the road. There's 2 for defending. Now as an attacker's going, he's going to want to plant as soon as he can. Now let's go over some tactics about short to mid-range and long range. First, of course, we're going to start off with... Oops, a little far yet. Okay, we're going to start off with medium. So medium or mid-range loadouts. The long stretches of the road can be dangerous even with a mid-range weapon, so steer clear of them whenever possible. Use the side streets to keep fights in the range and take care while going through buildings, as they are better suited for short range play. So as the book clearly said there, buildings are made for more of short range gameplay. So if you had a shotgun, dead. Or if you had an SMG, dead. Snipers, or LMGs, I will say, can take position here mounting their LMG. You gotta keep an eye out between there, and there, though. Those are the main positions where you're gonna get screwed over. On to the next part. As an attacker, you're gonna want to make your way to B. This is gonna be if none of your team decides to follow you. With 20 seconds left, if you're the only one like I am, you're gonna want to plant the bomb, as nobody will expect it. You're gonna want to make your way about here. Corner glitching far enough to the point where you can see if someone walks here. You can pop a grenade around the corner, getting you an easy kill or 2, depending on how they play. And then pop around the corner and take them out, hopefully. If a guy comes behind you, you're already ready. You should have a UAV, so you can pop him right there. Let's move on to long-range loadout tactics. Let's switch over to the sniper. We're going to be using the Ww2 for this one. So, as I said before, the windows are very helpful on this map. So what we're going to be talking about in that is we're going to be showing you a little bit of help. So I'm running the Ww2 customized, of course. A typical sniper will either place a bounty buddy here, here, or just straight up in the middle. So watch for those as an attacker. As a long-range person, the map is very favorable conditions for long-range play. The second floor windows of the restaurant and farmhouse will give you a great view of the surrounding area and plenty of cover against all the most expert of marksmen. As the book clearly said there, you're going to have to be smart about this, because you will probably most likely deal with other snipers there, LMG users, or even men posting up there, or even pulling behind you. So this is why I run the pistol as well as the throwing knife, so if he comes up, if you missed that. So that's one tactic. As a sniper, you also can line up your shot like this, and the sniper shot will go through, most likely getting you a hit marker unless they are wounded, but you still scare them off for a few seconds. As a sniper, your most main objective is to watch over A on this side. As a sniper on that side, you want B. So as A, you want to come here. If they plant, watch right here and here. If they're not there, they're either moving around this way or moving around. There's the sniper tactic for defending A. Let's move on to defending B.
Regroup. Search and destroy. Demolish their ordnance, crush the enemy supply.
Attacking B, I should say. A is more of the defender, and B is more of the attacker. That's the way I go. B is battle, A is attack. Well, that sounds retarded, but, you know, whatever. As a sniper, you're going to want to have flare equipped so you can throw that and blind your enemies, giving thus time to plant the bomb. There's no way after they're stunned by a flare like that, they'll run in unless they're insane. Or very, very skilled. So, after you've planted, you want to move back to about here, giving you enough room to snipe the enemy. One down. If you can't see the bomb anymore, it's either picked up, being planted, or diffused. Or it's on the other side of the bomb. So if I was an attacker, or a defender, I'm pretty sure I could defuse right here. So, but you're gonna hope that he only thinks he can defuse right here. So then you can easily take a shot at him, dropping him, and taking the dub for that one. Let's move on to the next part now. So I've have showed you a few tactics and little bits of gameplay. So now I'm gonna take this online and hope that we get this map. But while we're waiting, we're gonna teach you a few more tactics. So for multiplayer, there are many maps. We have the maps Aachen, Ardennes Forest, USS Texas, London Docks, Gustav Canyon, Carentan, Flag Tower, Gibraltar, Pointe du Hoc, St. Marie du Mont, Operation Breakout for War, and Griffin, as well as Husky, which came out later on. Nazi Zombies is a lot. We'll teach you that in the next video. But today's video is mostly going to be teaching you guys a little bit now about your division. So on page 154, we're going to teach you a few little tricks about your divisions. Or your kill streak, sorry. Not your kill streak. So, we're going to go through all the kill streaks and explain what they do, so in case you don't know what they do, you do. So, first up, going down the line from highest to lowest kill streak cost, starts off with Molotov Cocktail. It's a better use for cutting off enemy routes than for killing enemies outright, although they were still well suited for killing. When an enemy takes a direct hit, if you want to force an enemy out of a narrow path or opening, throw a Molotov and it's back on the narrow point to face them off to the back at least for a few seconds until the cocktail burns to the ground. I didn't know how to explain it, so I just read it word for word. So, next up we have Recon Aircraft. This temporarily reveals the locations of the enemies. The minimap flashes for every 2 to 3 seconds, which is very helpful. So, that'll be good for all of that. This is a cute tip. Oh my gosh. Sorry about this, guys. Hold on. Sorry about that, guys. Anywho, as I was saying, Recon Aircraft. It's very good. I tend to run this almost every time. But my kill streaks right now are Recon Aircraft, Artillery Barrage, Paratroopers, and Carpet Bombing. Carpet Bombing is the second best kill streak in this whole game. The first definitely is Paratroopers, but that's just me. Number 3, Counter Recon Aircraft. It's the simplest and most effective way to tear down enemy aircrafts out of the sky. So if enemies deploy like an aircraft, or they deploy a bomber, or anything like airwise, other than flak guns, This kill streak will shoot it down, giving you points for it and putting a little bit of UAV on your side. Next up, we have the care package. When activated, you'll throw a smoke grenade on the ground with red smoke. That'll give the location of where your supply drop is going to be dropped. A plane will then fly overhead, dropping it down. You are able to shoot the care package's parachute, causing it to fall faster, as well as a little bouncier. This will give you a random kill streak. Sometimes it's pretty good, sometimes it's pretty crappy. Moving on, we got fighter pilot at 625. You get to call in a plane that flies over the battlefield, and the enemies will appear red. It is a targeted location, so you choose on a map of the whole map where you want to engage from and where it ends. It takes about 10 seconds before it's over, and you shoot down at the enemies on the map with it. That is right here. Fighter pilot. Next up, we have the glide bomb. The glide bomb at 650 is the best kill streak for starting off kill streak goers. This is a remote controlled bomb which drops from a bomber, which you control like if you played in the past, you know, like RCXDs or anything like that. You'll control this to try and land within 10 to 20 feet, I think, of an enemy, which will kill. If enemies are 10 to 20 feet with that, they will die. Or get hit marker, depending on what division they're using and their luck. Moving on from that, we have the flamethrower. Now this is the most tedious, most annoying kill streak in the game. But it's not my choice to choose if it should get banned or not. I'm pretty sure everyone here knows what a flamethrower is, but I'll go ahead and explain it. It's a portable backpack that is basically a big torch / lighter. You blow the flames onto enemies and it kills very, very fast. Unless they're running armored, it will kill a little bit slower. It only lasts for about 2 minutes, I think. No, not sorry. It only lasts for about a minute of use, I believe. Once you run out of fuel, it's gone. Next up, we have the mortar strike. It's 3 targeted locations on the map you choose, and the mortars will come down, and again, they will hit 10 to 20 feet of an enemy, and it will kill or get hit markers. Next up, we have artillery barrage, which I'm running right here. Let me get that for you guys. Shoot. You choose a designated location on the map, and you hover over this symbol you see right here. This symbol will appear on the map. You put that over where the location you want to drop is. Hopefully your teammates have like a UAV or something really good up so you can see where the enemies are, giving you easy kills. It lasts for about 40 seconds. Flak guns. This lasts a minute. It'll shoot down anything that is the enemies in the sky, and you get instant points for it. And enemies can also not deploy UAVs or any other kill streaks in the game at that time. Emergency airdrop is basically 3 care packages, but it costs a 10-0 kill streak. However, if you are using Blitzkrieg, it also gives you the ability to reroll your own care packages. We'll talk about why the Blitzkrieg is best for kill streak goers in just a bit. Firebombing run is next at 10:50. It's basically the bombing run, but it drops an incendiary bomb route on a straight line throughout the area that you chose on the map. My favorite kill streak in the game, and also the best in my book, Paratroopers at 12:50. It drops you 5 veteran bots, I believe. Let's see. Yes, 5 veteran bots that come and kill for you, giving you 75 score each kill, I believe. Maybe it's 25. I'm not sure, but yep. The next and final best kill streak in the game, carpet bombing at 1400. is an AI-controlled bomb plane that'll go back and forth throughout the map 3 times, bombing designated locations chosen by the plane, which means left side, center, and then right side, and then it will leave. The final kill streak is Ball Turret Gunner. It is on at 1700, and it's basically the AC-130, except you don't get to use missiles or rockets. It's just straight machine gun. Now, I'm going to tell you guys why the Blitzkrieg division is the best for killstreak goers. I might have to change my headset for you guys here in just a moment because it's dying, but we'll go until it does. Now, here, let's take a look. Blitzkrieg, right here. It's free, and its streaks are earned by kills instead of score, which is very, very nice. Bonus streaks are improved, and you can select a 4th kill streak. Now, when it says improved, if we go to our kill streaks, we'll get it on the list. Molotovs, you get an additional cocktail. Sorry about that, guys. As I was saying, you get an extra cocktail. Recon, it lasts 4 seconds or 5 seconds longer. Very useful. Counter Recon, it blocks enemy aircraft for 10 seconds longer. You can re-roll your own care packages. Strafing pass starts at a higher altitude and is extended by a few seconds. Glide bomb, increased turn radius and larger blast radius, so it goes up to about 25 to 30 feet. Flamethrower, additional fuel and increased movement speed, so you can move faster and you'll have more time to use it. Mortar Strike, you can select a 4th targeting location and the shells arrive a lot faster. Artillery Barrage fires extra shells, so more chance of getting kills. Flak guns last 15 seconds longer, so about a minute and 30 seconds, which is very long. Emergency airdrop, once again, you can re-roll all 3 of these care packages. Fire bombing run, a manually targeted aerial bombing run that leaves lingering flames on its path. And the lingering flames last longer. So, that's very, very helpful. Oh, it was 4 paratroopers. 5th paratrooper, an expanded set of capabilities. So they can drop shot now. They can jump shot. They can do all of the basic, most popular ways to kill enemies in Call of Duty. Such as trick shotting, all the fun stuff. Moving on, we got carpet bombing, 4th bombing run, and reduced time between passes. So now the way this works, there's 2 middles, a left and a right that it passes through. And the time between going by is a lot faster. Very helpful. This I do not have unlocked right now, but Ball Turret Gunner. Slower fly through, which is very, very helpful, and improved turret with recoil reduced, which is very, very good because that has a shit ton of recoil. So, hope you guys enjoyed that part. Now, let's get into a game where I explain to you why the Nambu Type 2, there's a problem with this gun. So, we're going to jump into a team deathmatch, the best game mode of all time, in my book. Toggle mute. We just mute everybody so they don't get mad. We got a very, very popular map, one of my favorites, London Docks. I was so hyped for this back in the beta. This was the most popular map to play in the beta, if not St. Marie Dumont or Point 2 Hawk. There was 5 maps. It was London Docks, Point 2 Hawk, St. Marie Dumont, Gustav, and I believe it was I can't remember the 5th one. Sorry, guys. But let's move on. We're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about why there's a problem at the Nambu Type 2.
Team deathmatch. Time to show
Alright.
what you're made of, soldier.
Mute all.
Advance
Here we
and take
are.
position.
As well as you guys can see, it's very, very laggy and glitchy right now. which, there we go. It patches itself very quickly. I only have quick draw on this, but let's just watch and see why there's a problem with this. We're up 43. See, just look at that. I put 6 shells in him, and he lived. That's pretty ridiculous for an SMG. Now let's watch another one. And I get pre-fired. This gun has so much recoil now, and there's a problem with it. I don't advise going for this gun at any point in the future unless it gets buffed. I only did it so I can complete the collection of the DLC weapons. I only have the 2 snipers, lever action, and Delilah's to get yet, and we're good to go on every DLC weapon in the game I would own. Now let's watch this LMG guy. That took me 13. That took me, what, 12? Yeah. 12 to 13 shells each time you need to kill a guy. A bit ridiculous. Now let's take a look at the difference between that gun and this bullcrap piece of garbage. So here we have the Ww2. Almost everyone's favorite gun to use because it's super duper overpowered. Now, let's take a look at the difference between that gun. It not only has a much faster fire rate, less recoil, and has a drum which makes it look insane. It kills a lot faster as well. I just can't get kills right now, guys. I'm doing trash on stream. Sorry about this. Oh my gosh, bro! I'm trying to film here! Come on, man. Work with me here. As soon as I find a guy, I'll explain why this gun kills so much faster. Not only is it an AR, it's a DLC one. So it's guaranteed to kill a lot faster. See?
Searching for targets.
Okay, I can't play in this lobby. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just getting spawn trapped, and it's not working. I can't film the gameplay for you guys. These guys are just too good. Congratulations on being that tryhard and sweaty. As I was saying, the Ww2 is ridiculously unbalanced, and it needs to be fixed. I keep dying to that gun, as well as the bar, every single day. Those are about only thing I die to other than shotguns. It's a bit ridiculous when you keep dying to this. Every time you go around a corner, guaranteed death. Every time you challenge a shotgun at close range, he jumps your bullets and shoots. Every time you challenge a shotgun at about a medium range, it would just get a few hit markers, if none at all, and you would be able to kill him pretty easily unless you were pretty bad at this game. But it's every shotgunner's wet dream to have a freaking steady aim, advanced rifling, and incendiary rounds on it. So that's why I went ahead and made this emblem. Shotgunners are gonna take this very offensively, but I'm sorry for that. I put shotgun, noun, requiring no skill, which to me it really does. These need to be patched if you're listening to the Sledgehammer. These need to be patched. Yes, I understand that shotguns are going to be one-shots. I get that, but incendiary rounds are just a bit ridiculous. Not only is the expeditionary with the shotgun the most overpowered class, it's the most tedious and annoying class. Let's take a reason why. So, our abilities are double, lethal, and tactical, and enhanced equipment use. Enhanced? More like I'm freaking Captain America chucking a baseball. Look at that. All the way back there. It's a bit ridiculous. Moving on to number 2. Munitions replenish from killed enemies over time. Say I was about to kill this guy. I kill him. Boom. I just got a full clip again. A bit ridiculous for shotgunners. Improved tacticals and easier to destroy war buildables. Easier, when they say easier to destroy war buildables, that's like saying war buildable destroyed. It's a bit ridiculous. And improved tacticals, if I could use them right now, believe me, I would show you why. Especially whenever shotgunner runs concussions. Or N60s. N degree 69. These are the most annoying grenades. And every kid with freaking Expeditionary 3 improvement runs it. And it dazes enemies for 2 to 5 to 4 to 2.5 to 4.25 seconds depending on proximity. A bit ridiculous. And then if we were using gas grenades, which a lot do, it does improve damage. And the smoke lasts for 14 seconds. I guess that's ideal for war. Moving on. Equipment damage paints enemies on minimap. That's like me throwing a grenade. Here, I'll show you. That's like me throwing a grenade and getting just a tad hit marker. See? Hit marker there. It would paint him, causing boom, I know where you are, boom, I know where you are, boom, I know where you are. As well as them running hustle, which is a bit ridiculous because a bit too fast for pistol. And then they also run really cool looking pistols such as the M1911 Totalize with extended mag or advanced rifling. A pretty toxic class. Depending on what kind of trigger finger you are, you can shoot this gun very fast. Fortunately for me, I don't have that great of a trigger finger. I like to consider it very good, but it's moving on, I'm going to be showing you guys my American soldier and German soldier classes that you guys can make, because it's pretty freaking awesome. So right now, we don't have the heroic American M1 Garand. So, I improvised. I went to Frontline 2, M1 Garand. I put that on, as well as I put on the frog skin, which it says, first widespread camouflage by the United States. All the rest are mostly used by Germany. So, I went ahead and used it. I then put on Reflex, Extended Mag, Advanced Rifling, and Quick Draw. This class is ideal for an ideal AR, rifler, at medium to long range. It's still very effective at long range. 3 shots down range. Moving on to our secondary, we have the American 2, which we just unlocked recently. I have a pretty cool grip on there. I'm not sure what it's called. I think it's actually, to be honest with you, called Liberty and Justice. I believe it's a legendary. Now, personally, yes, I'm American. I love this country with everything I love about it. So I decided, yep, we need to make a class like this. Now, I didn't bother with uniforms that much, but I also did. So, our basic training is going to be forage because on the movie Saving Private Ryan and D-Day, they ran out of ammo, which they had to collect ammo off of friendlies, and more men died because they needed ammo. But we also did take the beach from the Germans. So, God bless America. So for the secondary, we're running Extended Mag and Advanced Rifling, which is a very good class for an M1911. Of course, as Americans, we're going to need the MK2 Fragmentation, the standard American grenade. We also use smoke grenades because the Americans didn't use Britishes, they're British. The flares were also used by the British and the Germans. The gas grenade was mostly the Germans, so we moved on to smoke screen, which I know the Americans did use. So, let's go on to what I have on my pistol now. The pistol grip, I believe, is heroic, or the pistol is heroic. It's on here somewhere. Let's look. I do have a heroic one, but it doesn't go with the theme that much. So let's find the one I'm using. I can't find it. Anyway, I believe it's called Liberty and Justice. You're gonna want your prestige options on there, as well as no camouflage. And there you have it. There's that. Moving on to the outfit, we have the U.S. Infantry, the Old Guard 2. You can also just go U.S. Infantry, which is actually what they wore on D-Day. You could go Cold Weather Infantry, which they wore in the Battle of the Ardennes Forest. Division Pack Infantry, which was the Special Infantry Forces who moved into Belgium and Russia with the Russians. The Spader and the Cornerstone don't really go along with anything too well, so I just went with the Old Guard. You can also go through and use U.S. Medic if you're more into that, or you can use U.S. Winter Overcoat, which was also used in Ardennes Forest and other winter environments. Now, I don't have the U.S. Subarctic, which I really do want, or the U.S. Arctic, which is pretty dang cool. I just have the Flurry Regiment, so I thought it didn't go too well with anything. So I went with that. Face camo, of course, we went American, because, hey, we're Americans, we're going American. There you guys have it, there's our American class. Let's move on to the Germans now. So for our German class, we're using Resistance, because I thought it looked well, but we're mostly looking at the Axis ones. So our main uniform we're using are the Axis Commander or the Valkyrie Officer. Now I don't have Commander, so I went with the Officer, which actually looks way better. So we equip that. Our next part is our uniform, which we are using the Polish Underground, the NMO, which we're only going to really use this if we're the Germans. Face camo, of course, is German. The helmet is the Headache from the Undead event. If you didn't get this, you can go over and still unlock this. You can unlock the Zombie helmet, which is torn apart as well. So you can use that. Now I thought about using the campaign helmet, which is based off the real ones, or even the USA bullet helmet. But I thought that one looked more better. My friend also told me to buy the Face Clan one and use that because he thought it looked cool. And yes, it did go well with the Red Guard, but I thought I would just keep it real and keep it the same. Moving on to our weapons now, we have the STG-44 Heroic Red Baron. You can also use the Shingles 2, the Serum 2, the Haywire 2, or any other variant for the STG. The Heroic ones look better with this though, so that's just me. I picked the most common Germany for the invasion of the USR, which is Palm Tree. You have to get 50 headshots with the STG to unlock this. You're going to want your prestige options on there, as well as your German flag. And I forgot to mention that for the M1 Garand, have your American flag charm on there. Our attachments consist of quick draw, rapid fire, and grip. You can switch out quick draw or rapid fire, depending on you. You're going to want grip if you have rapid fire. You're going to want to switch those out for maybe a rifle grenade, which the Germans did use, pretty damn common. Or reflex, or maybe even extended mag and advanced rifling. It's your choice. We of course are using Forge because this gun shreds through ammo really fast. The most common officer, which that's what we're pretty much using due to this. Once again, we're using Axis Officer. The most common officer weapon is the 9mm SAP. Of course, yes, they did use the P08. That's what Hitler carried, but his main officers used the 9mm SAP. So, hope you guys like that. We do have a variant, but it's the immunity, and it doesn't go too well. So, we're going to be changing this class here in just a second to see how else you can do this. So, for our grip, we have some kind of German one. I'm not too for sure what that is. Then I have the face camo on right here because it's black and it goes well with that. But I mostly use that because I don't have palm tree unlocked and there's no other camo that really goes with this. So let's move on to the next part. You want your prestige options, clan tag mostly. The Germans did use sticky grenades very often, so you're going to want to use that. As well as the gas grenade, because of the torturement, they never mind. We're going to be switching this out to the MP40 because usually it was the infantry troops that carried that. So we're going to be using the all-out 2, but this works for any of them. You're going to want rapid fire, quick draw, and you're going to want advanced rifling. Throw on your prestige options and pick a Germany camo. For this one, we're going to use Lieber Muster. Yeah. As well as throw on your German flag charm there. And let's move on. There's your class. I hope you enjoyed that. This helmet looks pretty dope with the zombie hand on there, and I think it goes well with this class. So let's move on to a new class I want to talk about, which I like to call the Patriot. So it is the cavalry one. It's not an American one, but I still call it the Patriot. So it is English cavalry, the Bulwark. I don't know if there's a heroic one for this, but these ones look freaking dope. The Bulwark looks the best, and it would look amazing with the Reaper one. A lot of Call of Duty players who play Fortnite have made a lot of Fortnite skins off this. From the Skull Trooper to the Reaper. So let's get into the class. You're going to want Cavalry Division with Cavalry Shield, of course. Your basic training is going to be dual wield with the American 2s. Now these look pretty freaking sweet when you swing them around, which is amazing. Now for ideal when you're walking around with a shield, you want something fast. Throwing knife is the fastest throwing melee weapon in the whole game, or lethal in the whole game. So you're going to want to be able to throw it fast, which I just missed both of those. You're going to want extended mags on your American 2, as well as the British N Degree 69, so you can concussion them and make your throw. One more class that I want to show you guys before we move on to the next thing we're going to do in the stream. So, where are you, tricky little thing? Ah, here you are. Yeah, this one. We'll do this one. So, we're going to be going over the new Airborne Division abilities with this. We have the Silver Saint 2, which I did luckily pull from a supply drop, and someone messed with my reticle. Okay, let's put that back, make sure that's good. Yep. Someone messed with my reticle. This has the ability to shoot fast and slow. Personally, I prefer slow. It does more damage, and it's more consistent with less recoil. So, this is the ZK383, obviously. You unlock the standard one, which is the ZK383, from prestiging the Cavalry Division. Now, the uniform I'm using for this is US Assault USMC Commando. You can also use US Assault 2, Marine Raider 2, Marine Raider, or USMC Commando. Sorry, but Paramarine does not really go with this. Now, no face camo for this one, unless I thought about this, it looks pretty dope. You can use Gridiron, which puts the, or dashes as I like to call them, on there, and it makes the top of the mask stand out more. Moving on to our attachments, you're going to want Reflex, Quick Draw, and Advanced Rifling. This class is super cheat. It shoots very fast for an SMG without rapid fire, in my book, as well as you're running C4 or satchel charges because they're very consistent. Now we're running the most overpowered basic training in the game, Specialist, 400, 200, 600, and 800, and it resets on death. So the ones you're going to want to run are Escalation, Forge, and Hustle. All of these are very good at basic trainings, but when you hit 800 score, or 8-0, you're going to become the Super Soldier, and you're going to unlock every single basic training instead of kill streaks. The only kill streak you'll be able to earn will be a nuke if you go 25-0 without using kill streaks, which
should be pretty easy because you can't use them unless you pick up a care package. Moving on, our secondary is the corkscrew. Now you can unlock this right now from the item shop. Now it took me a little bit to earn a little bit of these. I mostly saved and hoped for the best for the top ones because they're very expensive, and then just bought the low ones. So it looks pretty it actually looks really dull on the end there and here, but on the actual picture it looks very sharp. You see the difference? Sharp. And now if we go back, very dull. Hopefully they fix that in the future. Anywho, moving on, we have statue charges, and of course tactical is signal flare, which we can't use in here. I wonder if we'll get a kill on those guys. Of course not. Anywho, this I like to call the Patriot. It's a pretty cool class, and one thing I'm going to show you left is how gay this gun can be. Ww2 Type 2 is the biggest waste of an SMG that they made. They ruined this gun. It was very good at one point, and now it's complete trash. Hopefully they fix this gun, or just take it out. Hopefully they don't take it out, to be honest with you, because I worked my butt off to get this out of a contract. I paid 5,000 score and got 30 hipfire kills for this, and it does 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now this isn't very consistent at all. When you're firing down range, you're gonna miss a few shots due to the little bit of recoil, unless you can compensate for the recoil every single time. And if you cancel reload like that, it don't usually work, but I did get it to work that time. Here, I'll show you again. See, I got it to work that time. So this gun can be good if you put rapid fire quick draw and advanced rifling on it, or maybe even suppressor, which would probably ruin the gun, to be honest with you, because it subtracts 2 damage from it. But anyways, that's gonna be the video for today. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'm gonna show you guys one last thing, because I want you guys to be able to use this, and if you do find me in a game, defeat me, even though I'll probably rage. This one I call the tryhard class. It's of course the Landship, the shiniest gun in the game. Now take a look at this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. This gun is insane with rapid fire. They did add a little bit of recoil, but with grip, it's easy to compensate for. This class is super cheap, and I hope you guys get a chance to try it out. It's pretty dope. Now, this gun is also cheap. ABS, it's super cheap if you have the rapid fire attachment on. Fortunately, I don't have it, so I'm stuck with just the normal few attachments. So reflex, quick draw, FMJ, and grip. And speaking of which, I recommend you go and see that movie, FMJ, unless you're under the age of 13. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed, take a minute of your day to just hit that like button. It would make my day so much more better. And a subscription every now and then is great too. I mean, it's free, and you get to see daily videos from me, sometimes weekly, because I'm a little late on it. I'll try not to be as late though, but anywho, we're getting off the track. You're going to get to see videos on how to be better players at this game, and I'm going to teach you every new little bit on how to be better at this game. So, thank you for watching. I have been Ghost Sniper, and I'm going to be signing off. See you in the next one. Thank you, and bye-bye.